Got to start on time. Shalom, shalom. Welcome to Claim Your Inheritance. I'm your host, Nazir Devine Elohim Yasharal, Crown Prince of Israel, the keyboard warrior, President Pro Tem of New Jerusalem. I'm also the governor of the Brim Nation for North Carolina. Acting governor, the real governor is locked up, free Major Brim. Uh-oh, I got a double take on here. Let me stop this other video.
I thought that was me.
Yeah. So listen, tonight is gonna be a good night if we get somebody with some heart on here, because I sent an invitation to a hot thread that was arguing. They got 500 comments about who the white man is or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Some of them talking about Jaffa, some of them Ashkenazi and all this. They got every theory known to man on that thread. So you know, I sent the link out to them. They talk. They can bang online all day and all night. You try to get them on record talking about it. They don't want them lies recorded on there. They know that. King Yaakov know that. He don't want them lies recorded on air. You can't figure out how to set up a Google Hangout. Come on, bro. I'm pretty sure your rib can figure out how to set up a Google Hangout. That's no problem. Come on. So we're gonna be talking about that during the open discussion. Now, right now, I just want to let y'all know that you need to get your ID, which I don't have with me right this second. It's over there on the table. You need to get it. It's Israel's only Messianic ID in the whole nation. You got to have it. You know what I'm saying? It's honorable. Also, you got to sign up for military reserves. It's paid military service. You got to serve in the military for your country. New Jerusalem. You get paid to do it. So you need to do it today. You just get up with me and you'll be in the military reserves. Get your ID and all that stuff. Get your papers. Now you're a citizen of New Jerusalem. Now, the science segment, I don't have one again tonight. So I'm going to open up the open discussion and ask my oh, man. First off, I want to give all praises to the Heavenly Father, the wonderful Son, and the Holy Spirit, and pass it over to my co-host, Amaziah Yahawadah.
My bad. I was on mute. I say all praise to Yahawadah, Shem Yahawadah. Double honors out there to all the brothers out there in the streets preaching in sincerity and truth. Like I said, Barakatah to all Yasharala and family. And let's go ahead and get this started, man.
Yes, sir. So I mean, I'm gonna ask you first. I know you wasn't prepared for this because I got this.
Sorry.
I got this topic from you know what I'm saying, from the group. The group was going in on it, 500 comments deep, and they still banging it out right now. But then as soon as I threw them links up there talking about let's talk about it, everybody ran away. Oh man, it's Passover. I gotta go. So you know how that go. You know, these people, they say things, but they don't know how to back it up, and they can't back it up. But there was this one guy that was going into details about it. You know what I'm saying? It looked a bit confusing to other people who's not as well versed on the dynamics of the white race. You know what I'm saying? But he was bringing up a complicated version, kind of like how I have a complicated version about it. So I wanted to get him on here, man, but he said he'd rather preach a flea doctrine. I said, oh man. I said, now how you gonna flee? I said, what verse says we're gonna flee from the wilderness?
You talking about Quab?
The law. Say that again.
You talking about Quab or you talking about somebody else?
This was in one of those groups. When I woke up, I was an Israelite, right? And they got 500 comments deep on who's the white man or something like that. And there was this one Israelite on there. he was going in pretty complicated. You know what I'm saying? And I knew nobody was understanding what he was saying because they were just writing confusion and all that other stuff. But I was peeping what he was saying, but it was still off. You know what I mean? He tried to make it nice and complicated like it should be, but he was still off like a mother. He was switching the nations around. And so I wanted him to come over here and talk about it. But you can write 7,000 comments on one thread, but you can't talk about it live. I just spoke 7,000 comments. You know what I'm saying? On one thread in 2 minutes.
And see, that's why. Shoot, I was trying to get G-Con on here yesterday, just to have a little discussion with the brother. He's on right now. I don't know if he wants to get on. Well, I'll hit him up though and see if he wants to get on tomorrow. But of course, I'm trying to. Well, shoot, tomorrow celebrating Passover, so I was trying to get the debate going Sunday on the 24th, and but I was trying to get him on yesterday. Of course, you know I had some things going on and whatnot. I wasn't able to get on here, but like I said, that's the reason we're trying to get these debates going, because not only are we trying to show that you know, there's brothers with different doctrines. You know what I mean? So we want to debate and let the people decide how they feel, and encourage people to go out and study and do their research on these topics, and then show at the same time that we can still come together regardless.
Exactly, because I'm gonna explain something now. Like me, I'm one of them people, like one of them humble, intelligent, wise people that say I don't know everything. You know what I'm saying? That's what a smart person would say. But the camp leaders say they have 100% truth. So it's difficult to build with them. You know what I'm saying? Because they got 100% truth. So there's nothing to add to your what are clearly lapses in your doctrine and drawbacks in your doctrines. You know what I'm saying? So,
and see, like, and see, that's another thing too. Is like, cause watching camps on YouTube will, in a sense, brainwash you, because you know, and that's why I felt like I want to step up and do this debate about Esau, because I'm the one that came out and said that he's not the white man, and I made a video about it. So, and I'll explain this to you. So, I'm gonna show now that the white man is Esau through this debate. Now, before that, from watching the camps and from listening to the elders, all you think is, oh, somebody saying Esau ain't the white man. That nigga's wicked. You feel where I'm coming from? Because you would hear like, I heard Zabak, right? And I don't blame them, because they probably already been through this. But they hold on, so yeah. They'll mention it, right? Zabak's like, you know, it's 2015 and people still debating on who is Esau. Is Esau the white man? You know what I'm saying? Exactly. So and then, like, you know, they basically just
brush it off and ridicule it. They don't even put any effort into breaking it all the way down, because they can't break it down. The only thing they have is to say he was born white, and the first white man. Now, how that don't make no sense at all? That don't make no sense.
No, it don't. And see, I was in contact with like I said, I was about to be a part of GMS, and so I was in contact with one of the other members, and I was in contact with one of the guys in San Francisco Bay. You know what I'm saying? And the other cat, he was like, basically like, you're wicked, stop contacting me. You know what I'm saying? And in the cat in San Francisco, I tried to, you know what I mean, send him a message sincerely, like, you know what I mean, look, you know, y'all probably ain't gonna like this, but this is how I feel, and I got a video of why. You know what I'm saying? You can check it out and watch it. And that was the last I ever heard from him. You know what I mean? Now I got a Kansas City that he seen that and was like, he called me immediately like I think it was like 3 in the morning. he was like, man, so what's this about Esau, like the white man, and you know what I'm saying? And that's a good op though.
Like he was having nightmares.
Yeah, that's a good op, man. And you know what I mean? We got in the scriptures and everything, and I started thinking like, damn, I started second guessing myself. You know what I mean? And I'm not trying to be like, you know, I don't want people to think like I'm just being double minded or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Because they love pulling them scriptures. You know what I'm saying? On double minded people, but at the same time, bro, we need clarity. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We need clarity, and it's not just the Esau is the white man thing. It's a lot of other issues that need to be laid to rest.
Okay. Well, go in on it, right? Go in on it to give somebody a taste, and so they can say, okay, I can debate that guy because I completely disagree with him, and I got heart.
I ain't gonna show none of my info. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna show none of my info, bro.
I feel you, dude.
But yo, for the Izzies that believe that yeah, I just stole your word, Izzies. That believe that that Esau was the first white man, that don't make no damn sense. And I dare you to step up. Now, his descendants, he has white descendants. But like I said,
you gotta say.
that man was not white. He came from 2 dark-skinned Afro-Asiatic people. He would have been considered red bone. You know what I'm saying? And see, when I look up the Hebrew and I seen that word Admonai and I translated it, I got sanguine. You know what I mean? And see, that was one of the things that got me on the big kick was when you Google sanguine, you don't see a single black person. Sanguine means blood or the blood red, or that the blood shows through. But at the same time,
That's correct.
Yeah, so but at the same time, Edom is spelled the exact way as Adam, but I bet you Hebrews won't say Adam was white.
Not at all.
Heck no. And Admonai is the same word to describe King David, but I bet y'all won't say he white. Now, if you look at Admonai in the Zondervan Bible Dictionary, it says a lighter skin complexion as opposed to the normal darker skinned Hebrews. You know what I'm saying?
Don't give him too much. Don't give him too much.
No, I ain't. I'm just saying though, if any of y'all want to step up and prove that Esau is the first white man, I will shut you down.
Ooh, that's a bold claim. Some bold claim. Alazar argued that to the death.
All right. All right. Anybody. But I'm not gonna disagree that he has white descendants. And that's what I'm trying to bring out on the 24th.
Okay. Yeah, you're gonna bring it out. You're gonna bring it out. I'm getting ready to show tonight where white people actually came from.
Now,
what you want me to do?
What I believe about, okay, because like I said, Esau had white descendants, right? Con?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So there had to be white people for his descendants to mate with.
Yeah, okay.
Now, it's crazy because we was talking about the Neanderthals, and I was telling you how Japheth, I believe that Japheth descendants, and through research that they made it with the Neanderthals, because basically everybody that can't claim descent from Africa or you know what I'm saying, any Afro-Asiatic race will not have Neanderthal DNA. Now, all other Europeans and Asians have 1 to 4% Neanderthal DNA. And that's what I was reading that to you before. So what I'm saying is these people had to been the ones that he made it with. Now, as far as, and let me clarify, I'm not talking about the Neanderthals back in Genesis that you think of that lived for hundreds of thousands of years. I'm talking about the cave beasts. All right. Now, let me actually go ahead and talk. I'm gonna get a scripture to expound on this a little bit.
Caveman, cave. He talking about after the flood. And then who was that was sent away up at the Canaanites? I think it was the second Canaanites and the actual Canaanites. I think they lived up there in the cave area, and Japheth lived up there in them caves and stuff like that. And so they had become animalistic for a minute there until they got more professional at building and art and all that stuff. So they were looking cave beasts like, you know what I'm saying? But they was easy pickings for people. So they would often be mated with.
I got this script pulled up, and let me think. Let me go ahead and get this.
Man, I done lost Elazar number. I don't know.
You gonna get it. But look, I don't know too much about genetics. I'm not gonna, you know what I mean? I'm not really like a genetic scholar or anything like that. I read about it here and there. But what I was looking at was a gene type called ABO that basically popped out of nowhere, and it's only in the white race. Now I'm gonna have to do some more research on this.
Man, that's 3 different blood types in one.
Right. Now I might have to do some research on it. But basically what the brother was explaining about it is that how could you, if we all came out of Africa, right? And I'm including Israel when I say that. Okay. Let's say because of course Galatians was it Galatians 4:16 says Jerusalem was the mother of us all. Okay. Let me look that up so I can make sure. I know it's in Galatians chapter 4.
Jerusalem, which is above the free, which is the mother of us all.
So if we all came from Jerusalem, which I believe, then nobody else in the world should have a different type of gene pool. Galatians 4:26. That we wouldn't have, but white people have something that just basically popped up out of nowhere. So where I'm going with this is this scripture, Matthew 24:37, because Hamashiach warned us, right? But as the days of Noah were, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. Now it goes on to say, for as in the days that were before the flood, they were eating and drinking, marrying and giving in marriage until the day that Noah entered into the ark. Now, if you believe that the sons of God were the angels, okay, and I've heard the doctrine on it, preaching that they were Israelites and these were mixed people, that's fine and dandy. That sounds great. But the people that believed it was angels, because I believe that there was DNA testing and mixing done by wicked angels and human beings that came and disrobed themselves and had sex with human beings, and I also believe that those offspring were white. So it says.
You said.
Go ahead.
Which ones were white? The ones the
nephew.
Yeah. Okay, gotcha.
So again, Matthew 24:37. But as the days of Noah were, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. So in the days of Noah, every gene pool had been polluted.
That's right.
The pure DNA that the Most High created had been polluted, and everybody thought wickedness. You know what I'm saying?
That's correct.
And now we see today that the world is full of wickedness, and who is the main perpetrator of this wickedness?
White people.
It's the white man.
Because they the ones that keep. I mean, they're doing the same thing they did back in those days. That's what the Bible predicted, and that's what's happening. They was having sex with every animal they could find, having sex with every age human they can find, and every gender they can find. So they're probably been having sex with plants.
That's what I was about to say.
And I'm telling you, insects and stuff.
That's what I was about to say. There's a dude that used to be on the radio in Kansas City. I don't know why they would get him on the radio, but he would be talking about how he was having sex with a dolphin, dude. And he said the dolphin communicated to him telepathically.
I told him he wanted
and seduced this man. And enjoyed it.
It seduced him. The dolphin ran game on the human.
Con. And I know you know about the wickedness of SeaWorld.
What happened, bro?
Con,
I'm trying to understand what happened. I'm trying to understand. I'm trying to understand what happened. I mean, tell me. You said the dolphin seduced the human.
Con. Seduced him. Telepathically, though.
You ain't never hear what type of game? You never heard what the man said? What the game that the dolphin was running on him?
No, it's been years. It's been about 6 years. But I didn't listen to that station all the time, so I only heard like glimpses of it. But I remember these white dudes that I used to work with would come in there talking about it all the time.
Did he sex his blowhole or somewhere else?
Man, dolphins got parts, man. So you know what I'm saying, they're mammals. So they got a vagina. He probably did the blowhole. I don't know how to. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, bro. I don't know. The dolphin brain or something. I don't know, man.
I can't tell you.
I don't know.
Okay, go ahead. I don't mean to interrupt you, man. So sorry. I never heard nothing so crazy in my life.
Good, because I was going to ask you if you've heard about the wickedness of SeaWorld.
Yeah, that girl that was having sex with the dolphin.
Well, not just that. They jerk off the whales, bro.
Oh, snap.
And you can go look this up. They jerk off them whales, man. They pervert the animals, dude.
Oh, man. That's real sad. For the animals.
All day, every day, sad, man.
And see, it be black people, right, that admire white people who begin to act that way. Every time. You don't never see a black person that is generally pro-black or whatever, you know what I'm saying, and just comfortable in this being a black person doing those perverted things.
It's just sick, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know what else to say, man. People have sex with horses. That's why, man, I would debate too about Mexicans being Israelites.
Yeah. There's a number of different types of Mexicans. Yeah,
and see, they donkey shows. I'm not gonna say all Mexicans, but that's their. You know what I mean? That Tijuana is known for that donkey show.
That's how you can spot a non-Israelite. They love to have sex with animals.
And see that, and that's another debate we need to have, is because, and matter of fact, this is straight to you, because I was watching the video yesterday. I was putting my kids to bed, and you started without me at first. You know what I mean? I remember we was like, you know what I mean, I got to handle this, whatever, get these kids put in bed. And I'm sitting there. I started watching the video, and I'm sitting there listening to you talk. And I'm like, this man sounds say all 12 tribes ain't Negroes. All right.
Who ain't Negro?
I said, I said all 12 tribes are Negroes.
Oh, you said that
I'm saying all 12 tribes are Negroes
today?
right now.
Okay, well, yeah.
And why I say that is this:
Uh-huh.
the Native Americans, like and the Native South Americans,
Yeah.
migrated from Asia.
Why you say
They're
that?
they're originally Mongoloid. Their migration patterns. Hold on, I'll pull it up.
See, you be mixing up that made up made up science, evolution science with that migration from through the Bering Strait is a part of the evolution scenario. So they just be
No,
making.
no, no. I don't deal with no evolution. You should know that.
No,
But
I know. Yeah, I know you already
yeah,
got smarter than that. Now I ain't trying to call you stupid.
but
My
at the
bad.
same time, they
But that's
got
what
implemented
I'm telling you.
codes.
I'm telling you, those migrations, like the Clovis migrations, when they talk about 12,000 years ago, 14,000 years ago, or the Clovis people that was in the United States, because they left Clovis arrowheads everywhere, and the Bering Strait migration. I'm telling you, that's all made up. Right now, I'm telling you that right now. The first people over here in America was the Israelites. There wasn't nobody that ever lived here. It was
Now we're
all.
gonna have a debate about Second Ezra 13, 40 through 45.
Oh,
That might have to wait another time.
yeah.
Yeah,
I forgot
I
you on
thought
that.
we already been through this.
Yeah.
I thought we had been through this.
Yeah.
Hey yo, but at the same time, we did get brought over here,
Yeah, but
and
hold on. Let me finish this one little thing. My fault. The Asian boys you talking about did come over here. They came over here in ships too. They didn't walk through no Bering Strait and do all that stuff that them other people.
no, I don't believe that they would have walked. It's cold as hell up there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But and then ships have always gone down in size since time has gone on. You know
Yes.
what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
The ships that the Greeks used were way bigger than the ships that the Romans had,
Yeah.
and the Romans had way bigger ships than what Columbus came over here on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So and of course we know that Noah's was the king of all ships.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When it comes to the size, so I believe the ancients would have, they try to make it seem like nobody was traveling the world in the ancient world. Them boys was traveling.
Right.
They found, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I always be thinking, I was never taught this, or I never heard anybody talking about this, but like in the back of my mind, while people be talking about Noah's days and stuff like that, I always envision them being very much taller than normal people today. You know what I'm saying? Because that also happens too. De-evolution is the reality of things. If things don't get bigger and better, they get smaller and weaker.
Well,
So
see, we were short though, because I heard this one time in church that in the time of the judges, that the average Hebrew man was about around like 4'8" to 5'2".
what?
Because you remember when? Yeah, they were real short. Because you remember when they went into the land of Canaan, and they saw the giants, and they came back and said we were as grasshoppers in their sight and in ours. Let me pull that right quick.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. So what you saying about the size? How tall were the giants?
Oh, they could have been anywhere from well, we know for a fact that the ones Moses fought against at the king was his bed was 15 foot by
Yeah,
13 feet. So let me pull these scriptures right quick though, because Israelites like to see that. You know what I mean?
absolutely.
I don't want to just be saying stuff. Hold on. Go ahead and talk, because they want to do that.
So we talking about where white people come from. So I'm gonna tell you the originals. I'm gonna tell you the originals of black people at the same time. Now, before humans were seated on this plane, this flat plane that we live on, uh, there was a society living somewhere else, probably on Earth or inside of Earth or wherever they are, wherever they're from. You know what I'm saying? So, these two societies is the righteous society and the wicked society. Okay, so now one of these societies is recorded in a book called The Ringmakers of Saturn. Okay, so the alien watch community, which y'all think are aliens or some type of like non-existent thing, but Israelites know that aliens exist because we know. So now the Ringmakers of Saturn call these people tall blacks. So they're like the shortest one is like 9 foot tall. 9 to 12, they grow from like 9 to 15 feet tall. So those tall blacks are the righteous. They predate humans. So they put us here on this earth. That's what they did. Now the Pleiadians are the counterpart to them. They're the tall whites. Okay. So you got to look up Pleiadians. Just look that up, and you'll see tall, white, blonde hair, blue-eyed people. Those are the people that are before humans that are Satan, his whole crew. Satan, his whole crew. Tell you what happened. So that's what happened. You back with the script?
Yeah, I got one of them pulled up right now. Let's see here. It's Numbers 13 and 33. Actually, let's go back. Numbers 13 and 32. And they brought up an evil report of the land which they had searched unto the children of Israel, saying, the land through which we have gone to search it is a land that eateth up the inhabitants thereof, and all the people that we saw in it are men of great stature. And there we saw the giants, the sons of Anak, which come of the giants, and we were in our own sight as grasshoppers, and so we were in their sight. Other translations have changed it. There's some translations that have changed it, saying that we saw the Nephilim or whatever. But of course, we ain't gonna go by that. We go by the King James version.
Okay, so why do you think we were between 4:8 and 5:2?
That's what I was taught. Now I'm about to look that up right quick. In fact, let me look that up.
Okay, so he's gonna look up the size we were during the time of Judges, and I'm reflecting on something that I was never taught and never seen anybody talking about, but a thought had developed in my mind over the years that that everybody in Noah's day were very tall people. You know what I'm saying? Over 10, 12 feet. You know what I'm saying? Or taller. The reason I think this is because of the script that talks about the giants. The first script that talks about the giants in Genesis 6:4 says that there were giants in those days. There were giants in those days, and also afterward. So that makes me think that that mating scenario that is described there did not produce the giants, and that there were already giants in those days and also after. That's what it sounds like to me. So when I researched that a little more, and then you find their giants actually existed in these things right here. You know what I'm saying? So then I researched it a little more and see how there's giant footsteps in various locations around the world, right? Giant footprints that have been kind of like fossilized, or what you call it, petrified, right? So now, this foot, one of the feet are it's like 6 foot long, just this foot. how tall is this man? 6 foot long? What? So, you know what I'm saying? So I'm thinking that just like you hear about the tall blacks, the first humans were extremely tall, and they just, you know, as the and see, in my mind, the atmosphere had to have been totally different before the flood, because it had never rained, and the mist was watering the ground, and uh, you know, the whole every continent was together. So the trees, it had to be many more trees. You know what I'm saying? And just the whole atmosphere just seemed to me had to be way different, because the you got dinosaurs, so they are way bigger than anything we've ever seen, you know, today.
And that's proven through science that everything would have been bigger
Right.
back then. The archaeology of dragonflies and everything.
There you go. So everything is larger. They call it millions of years ago. I'm calling it before the flood, because the atmosphere was different. So it was more productive for life. So now that the atmosphere is kind of weaker and less productive for life because of the pollution and all this that the wicked people put into the atmosphere, then what, you know, we're not as healthy. So we can't get as strong as Samson. We can't get, you know, as tall as these people.
And I just want to add in too, the word dinosaur didn't come around till the late 1800s. Before that, they were called dragons.
Yeah, dragons. Yeah, that's the biblical name for them, dragons. Dragons and Leviathan and Behemoth.
Yeah, and see, they were known as dragons all over the world.
That's correct.
Because we got you know, there's been findings in South America and different parts of the world of pottery with dinosaurs. You know what I mean? With people riding dinosaurs, taming them like pets.
Yep. Yeah, we've seen
that
on the normal palette that G-Con presented the other day. You see
G-Con brought that out?
He brought out the normal palette and was describing it the other day on the show. The normal palette got two dragons, wingless dragons. They look like brontosauruses, and their necks are entangled together like this, and two people have ropes around their necks on either side, like they're taming them or something, or they're fighting them or something together. You know what I'm saying? Having a dinosaur fight or something, a brontosaurus fight. So you know, that's what you see on the normal palette, but clearly they were humans and those animals were together, giant lizards. You know what I'm saying? So lizards don't stop growing anyway. Today they don't stop growing. They never stop growing. So, you know, imagine if they live to be 900 years old. They're gonna be humongous.
Oh yeah.
By the time they get about 50 or 60 or 100 years old here, they get hunted down and killed. So
let me see here. I'm gonna pull up something on that shit. I believe there was ones that were around 50 feet tall. They got, let's see here. A lot of these scales, if you look up on the Nephilim, some of them only go around 36 feet.
Yep, they done found carcasses of they call it a plesiosaur. They done found 2 or 3 of these carcasses. One in Japan, one somewhere else, and one somewhere else, right? And this thing is called a plesiosaurus. Okay, so it went extinct 3.5 million years ago, and they found a fresh carcass sitting right there off the coast of Japan.
Now, can you see my screen?
Yep.
Look how big that thing's head is.
Yep.
Look at these junks. Like it's wild, man.
Mm-hmm. Some of those photos are real too. That right there is an art exhibit.
Now you see grasshoppers in their sight and our own.
That's what I'm trying to say. That's what I'm trying to say. The jokers had to be humongous. Look at his foot is about 7-8 foot long. You know what I'm saying?
Hold on, I'm gonna go through some more of them.
Yeah.
But look at these guys hauling his head.
Mm-hmm. That's a contest photo right there. Some college had a contest to try to incorporate digs and stuff like that and archaeological things with giants. You know, so they had a contest with that, and that's why you see a lot of these pictures are photoshopped that way. But there's a lot of them that are real too. They just they don't put them on display in the museums, and they just recently broke the story about that like 2-3 years ago, that we've been hiding the giant bones in the basements of these museums, because if it gets out that giants are real, then it adds validity to the Bible. So anything that really is a strong case to help the Bible, they try to suppress. But you know, there are curious rich people too that want to know reality, so they bring it out and leak it.
And it's not like regular brothers like me and you could go out there and just start digging.
Exactly.
So how are we supposed to know? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You know, like people just believe whatever they're told. The normal population is still asleep. You say something to them about giants, and they be like, "Oh no, that didn't exist." How you know?
Yeah.
How you know?
Everybody's mind is plagued with comedy. So if you're not doing something fun or laughing, then you're already making them uneasy. And then when you say something intelligent, they get sleepy. Then they kind of start back to joking, and they try to make you laugh and joke, stuff like that, and get your mind off of it. Then y'all start talking about something totally different and go have fun.
Start bullshitting there. Act like what you talking about ain't serious. I can't deal with that shit. Exactly. I ain't gonna deal with it.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like I can understand, like, you know, if something was funny about what I said, or if I said something in a funny way, but don't be like sitting there saying stuff off topic. You know what I mean? Like I mean this was kind of funny though. You know what I mean? Actually, I'm gonna have to put it in, show you how it was done. So let me pull up the scripture right quick. But basically, last night I was telling my baby mama, like, my rib. I guess I'm used to saying that, man. But I was telling her about how if you read in the book of Exodus and take it and replace the word Egyptians with Americans or Europeans, how close it hits to home. And so I'll show you, and I'll show you what she started doing at the same time, which it was kind of funny though. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And
so she tried to replace everything with American, and that was funny.
Well, no, I'm saying I did, but I'll read it to you. It says, and I have also heard the groaning of the children of Israel, whom the Americans keep in bondage, and I have remembered my covenant. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
And she was like, okay, now let me read it. And I just stopped it right there, because I knew what she was going to do, and this is what she was going to do. Wherefore, saying to the children of Israel, I am the Lord, and I will bring you out from under the burdens of Amaziah, and I will rid you out of his bondage.
Amaziah?
You know what I'm saying?
You ain't got nobody in bondage.
Talking about I'm like a taskmaster over her or something.
Oh man.
You know what I mean? But you know,
it has to do. You gotta get
that was kind of funny, but you know, people that are just like trying to make jokes, and you could tell like what you're saying.
They're doing that because they can't help it. Their minds are filled with so many lies that they have to get you off track right quick, and then so y'all can go do something wicked. That's what they want to happen. They want you to stop being normal and or less than perfect. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody says, the whole world says nobody's perfect. Even I see Israelites say this all the time too. Nobody's perfect. Nobody's perfect. I'm not perfect. That's next. Okay, but you're saying that in a way that you're satisfied with not being perfect, like you want to be less than perfect. You know what I'm saying? When I find out that you can be perfect, I ain't doing nothing but striving to do that. You know what I'm saying?
Comfortable in ignorance, man.
Yeah, yeah.
Comfortable. They're comfortable in their own ignorance.
Mm-hmm.
It's because
I had to give away all my bread today before sunset. I couldn't find nobody that needed it, so I had to give it to this crazy, greedy old man. You know what I'm saying?
you starting today.
Did I see him today?
I said, are you starting today? You're starting Passover today?
I started it at sunset, but I ate I ate before sunset because I was just hungry. I didn't eat no breakfast, so I went ahead and
I'm
cooked.
not starting until tomorrow.
Yeah, I feel.
On the Sabbath.
The day today during the day and last night was preparation at 14. So on the calendar that I got. So I went to the store, got me a lamb chop and some herbs, some collard greens. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And,
Yeah, I seen you posted about that. I was
yeah,
gonna post up my pic. Went and got me a big old it's like I think it's about 1.12 pounds, 1.2 pounds maybe. Big old leg cut.
there you go.
And, some parsley and some red radishes.
Yeah, I see them boys throwing it on the grill and stuff. My mouth was watering. I said I gotta go in there and cook right now.
Cook it over the fire, and then I got me some whole wheat flour with no yeast in it.
Mm-hmm.
I can make me some unleavened bread for the next 7 days. Now you know that matzah you buy in the store it ain't kosher. It ain't Passover ready.
I know.
I'm like, what?
I don't buy nothing them Jews should be selling no more.
Yeah, them fake Jews like you like, yo, why would you make some matzah that is purposely not kosher?
Yeah.
I bought some one time just to eat it, and I'm like, it says not Passover ready. That's crazy.
It said not Passover ready.
Yeah, it's not kosher for Passover.
Oh,
but I don't know how. I don't know how all that works with them.
mm-hmm.
Of course, you know the kosher dill pickles, and then they got those that big blue can of salt you see in your great grandma's house. It says on there kosher and ready for Passover. On them, that salt with the little girl on it, the umbrella.
Yeah.
So, but man, now I'm starting to get hungry.
That's what I told you to get on my schedule, bro. I ate good today, and I still got some more stuff in there.
You gotta eat all that lamb though.
Yeah, I only bought one pork chop, but I'm the only,
Pork chop.
I mean, lamb chop. No pork on my fork. I apologize. Good. Lamb chop.
Yeah, man. Well, shoot, what you want to do, man? You ready to close this out?
Yeah, we can do that. Okay.
And,
announcement. Go ahead and announce your class Saturday.
Yeah, we're having class Saturday. Right now, schedule's going at 2 p.m. And tomorrow we'll be discussing some more about the Passover. I know all brothers start at different times. I know there's a brother that started yesterday, but it's all good. And then let's see what else we got. That's all I can think of right now.
Okay. Next week, Wednesday, we got a great show for you Wednesday. On the 27th, April 27th at 8:30. We got Tonio Smith is going to come on here and talk about. He has a theory about U.S. currency. He says that U.S. currency is backed by linen and cotton, and this is a interesting theory. That I mean, he was going in on it. You know what I'm saying?
I want to hear that.
Yeah, he talking about after the gold, after they, you know what I'm saying, stop. They would turn the gold. After the banks convinced the world leaders to convince the people of the world to turn their gold into banks. The banks had all the gold, and so they would print a note saying that they owe you a certain amount of gold. Okay, so people started craving the notes more than the gold itself, and then so they started printing more notes than the gold was worth, and started calling them bills. And this, that, and the third. I mean, he was going in deep, boy. So he gonna be here for a couple of hours. You know what I'm saying? Talking about that. That's Wednesday, April 27th, 8:30, 10:30. All right. What's another announcement that I always do? The weekly show. The weekly show is 8:30 to 9:30. This is where we vote on our agendas. You got to think of agendas all week long. Look around, see what we need. How can we build better? And then we present the agendas on the weekly show on Thursday, and then we vote, we vote on the show on the agenda, and it either passes or fails. And then whatever passes, we promote. Whatever fails, we abandon or bring up later in a later meeting somewhere down the line. And that's about it. You know, we can go ahead and close out with all praise.
Yeah, praise to Yahawadah Shimi Hawashai and Barakatah family, Barakatah Yasharala.
Yes, sir. All praise to the Heavenly Father, the wonderful Son, and the Holy Spirit. And you guys enjoy your Passover and unleavened bread and all that. Make sure you do your wave offering. I need to learn how to do that.
No, go ahead.
And that's about all. So what you about to teach me how to wave off?
Oh no, I was just gonna say, no, we'll talk about it off there. We'll talk about it.
All right. So y'all have a wonderful night. Hope you enjoyed the show. Shalom.